Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a raspberry latte fig from an air layer, and we're going to reveal that and show you what this air layer looks like. Alright, so let's take a look at it. Let's open it up and see how the roots developed. That looks pretty good. Look at that. Not bad, huh? Let me see something here. I'm dropping this thing all over the place. Let me see. Okay, well, all the roots seem to develop mostly on one side, but nevertheless, it'll be perfect to plant. Look at the roots in there. And you'll notice I cut it and I left a stub, and we'll put this into a pot, and that stub stays right there. You don't remove that stub. Okay, and the figs, we're not going to be able to enjoy them, but maybe, just maybe, if I plant this, they will go ahead and continue growing on here, and they'll ripen, and then I'll be able to tell you all about raspberry latte. Amazing, delicious fig. And again, a shout out to Rigo, my buddy Rigo from figdatabase.com, for having provided one of these plants. And now my plant is nice and big, and now I'm making some air layers from it. So there we go. And we'll be back in a minute. I'll show you how we pot it up. Alright, so the raspberry latte has been sitting in a little bit of water for a little while, just to kind of make sure the roots are well hydrated. And then I've got some potting soil, which I'm going to use in this 1 gallon. Actually, this is actually a 2 gallon. This is a 2 gallon little fabric grow bag, and I like using these because they do during the rainy season tend to dry a little bit more, and we are in the rainy season. So when the weather gets dry, I do have to water them a lot more, but I'd rather have them dry out during the rainy season quicker, so maybe I can get better quality figs, because if figs get too wet during the rainy season, too much moisture, you'll end up having not very tasty and sometimes figs that split really bad. So raspberry latte is not an easy one to grow. It is susceptible to splitting, but the flavor is amazing if you can keep the water under control. All figs, little advice, all figs are very susceptible, some more than others, but most are very susceptible to nematodes in the soil. So make sure you use fresh garden soil. I'm sorry, not fresh garden soil, fresh potting soil. And be sure to elevate them off the ground. So put them on some type of concrete block or stone or table or some kind of a plastic square that'll elevate them off the ground. It'll keep your figs healthier and less likely to be infested with nematodes, if you happen to have them. Here in South Florida, wherever you have sandy soil, that tends to be a issue with nematodes that attack the roots. All right, so let's look at it again. Looks pretty good. The root system looks pretty good. Like I said, I left that little stub on the bottom. It's no big deal. We'll push it down, actually straight down to the bottom until the stub touches the bottom of the pot. And then we'll go ahead, we'll fill it up, and then I'll show you what it looks like when we're all done. Okay, so there we go. Our raspberry latte fig is in its 2 gallon fabric grow bag. And we're going to see if these figs actually develop and we can enjoy them. And if they do, we'll do another video so we can do a taste test together on raspberry latte. I'm going to walk over in a minute. I'm going to show you some of the ones that are about 2 to 3 weeks old that were done the same way, air layers, and they went into the grow bags. And they're sitting now in full sun pretty much. This one's going to be in the shade. So we're going to move this guy to a bright spot but filtered light, really, really well watered. Because if you don't water them well, you're going to probably have a little trouble. So again, oftentimes I will take all the leaves off, or pretty much all of them. Sometimes I'll just leave one leaf. But in this case, I'm going to leave those 3 leaves alone because I want to see if I can get this thing to actually develop the figs. And like, it has a pretty decent root system from the air layer, so I think it'll be okay. But I'll keep an eye on it the next couple of days, and if it starts to droop really bad, I may then remove the figs. But I'll try it this way and see what happens. Let's go and show you the ones that are already done in the containers. All right, so here we have a couple of figs in 2 gallon. There's 5 figs there. These are recent air layers, about two weeks, except for this one right here in the front that says LSU Red. I think this one's only about a week old and has not leafed out yet, but it's fine. It'll do great. And that one over here, that one's Berry Black. This is LSU Red, like I just said. This one, I'm going to see if I remember which one this is. I'll have to look at the label. Okay, this is Alma. Alma fig is a great fig, especially for very humid locations. like, you know, the southern United States with all the rain and the heat. And then we have Ruby Rose, and there's another, I believe this is another berry. Yeah, that's another berry black. So I have Ruby Rose, berry black, LSU Red, Alma. I have the Raspberry Latte, and I actually have one that has now gone into a much larger pot. I'll show you that one. That one is called Love. That's the one I did. That's called Love. Actually, this one over here is the Raspberry Latte that I took the air layer from. So this is Raspberry Latte, and that's growing in a 10-gallon fabric bag. And then over here I have Socorro Black. Socorro Black still has an air layer that I probably will do later. What I mean by will do is I'll probably separate that, because that's probably ready. So we'll have that Socorro Black, and then I have down on this side we have Love, which was an air layer, and look at how big it's gotten. This is going on, I think this is on month number 2 now since I air layered it. Let me see. Oh, a little more than that. This is from April 20th is when I put the air layer in here. So from a 2-gallon, about a month later, it went into this pot. And this is a fig called Love. Excellent fig. Very, very nice fig. All right, everybody, thank you. We'll see you again. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. Take care.